All right, welcome back to the Nerdery. I'm JD. Over here.
He's walking over here.
Yeah.
I'm Jimmy.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Lewis, making my return after 2 weeks of being on hiatus and driving 2 hours to work every damn day.
Bye, Austin.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Austin. All right, so I have a lot to review this week.
Sweet, because I still read.
Because of my little mistake here, the other week on the dark side.
Here, I'll hold those up for you.
I went out and I got the other three, or the other two.
We fan them out so you can see them.
And read all of them in order. And then, of course, I went out and got Superman, A Nation Divided.
Oh, wow. So that's like Civil War Superman right there.
Yeah.
That looks amazing. I like the back, too. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. It actually looks like an old flyer.
Yeah,
It's
it's really cool. And then, of course, I have Green Lantern number 49, and A Nation Divided, and Batman Europa. Yeah.
Lag. What are you doing?
And Voltron from the Ashes number 5.
Very nice.
Batman Europa number 4. Of course, this is the end of that run, so that's one subscription that is dropping off my list this week.
Nice.
So, there you go.
That's when you're like, whew, don't have to buy that one again.
Yeah,
Has
It's good.
it been good at least to you?
oh yeah, it's been really good. Very, very satisfying.
But, you know,
It's delicious.
but when you
Love your Dark Rain reference shirt, by the way.
Oh yes.
when you come to the end of a series, it's relieving because now you no longer have to spend that $3 to $5, maybe $6 on a book.
These are 5.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
they're pretty hardy issues too, from the looks.
Yes,
of it.
they are.
Oh yeah, you get some meat to
The
it.
thing is, I feel like 3 of us are in the wrong shirts.
Why?
You're in Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
I'm an X-Men.
And it's a Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
Jimmy's
Friday.
chilling in black.
Get your chimichangas fried up and ready to go.
That's right.
There you go.
Well, Jimmy, I
That
know
better?
you.
I was just trying to stay warm.
What you got on your menu, Jim?
Oh gosh, let's see. I did read Old Man Logan #1 for the most part. I didn't get towards the end of it, but I will give a review. Read Batman and Punisher, which I believe we were going to be doing a joint review on, Steven.
Yes.
Batman, Punisher, and that is the Azrael Batman, the John Paul Valley.
John Paul Valley.
He took over for Bruce Wayne whenever he had his back broken by Bane. This was back in the mid-90s.
That happened in Nightfall.
Yes, Nightfall, which you can pick that up in trade for, I believe, $30 a book. And they're big books, man. There's 3 volumes to it.
Anna says enunciate with your mouth.
Enunciate with my mouth. All right. Thank you, baby.
Well, Anna, since you're watching us live, how is our audio
That's what I
sync?
was just asking. She said it looks good right now.
Looks good.
She said no. Nope, the sync is on. Sync is good. So
If the sink
we
is
go.
on, go turn it off. You're just wasting water. It's no good.
You're gonna get in trouble.
You're going to run up the water bill like that. What? All right. Sorry, I digress. Come on.
on to me, I guess. All right, so I'm going to be reviewing Silver Surfer #1, Red Sonja Comic Block #1, and Uncanny X-Men #1, and of course the joint review of Batman Punisher.
Cool. And if I finish, which I most likely will, I'm going to have I Hate Fairyland #4, which I've been reviewing this whole series.
Sorry,
It got
people.
stuck. You know there's an adhesive strap right behind there?
Okay.
It got stuck.
It got
That's
stuck.
why you pull the board partially out and lay it
Hey,
face down.
Hey.
Face
I'm trying to finish.
down.
I can
I'm
tell
trying
you.
to finish.
I can tell you why I got stuck, folks.
Fail this.
No,
Oh.
superhero porn.
No. Just no.
You're so dirty.
All different take a shower. But
That's
Anyways,
dirty.
But yeah, Scotty Young's I Hate Fairyland #4, which I've been reviewing this whole series, and I've been loving every issue of it. And if I do read it and get to it, Old Man Logan #1 also. And that's all I got for this week. Oh, And a movie review, very rare movie review for Kung Fu Panda #3, which I took the kids to go see last time.
Oh, okay, cool. No,
Fuck you guys.
that's terrible.
Hey, you've been gone for 2 weeks. I've got a lot to get in while I can.
Everybody's watching us do this little inside joke here. So I mean, it's a meme on the internet, but it's still an inside joke because we're the ones looking at it, not y'all.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so who wants to kick this thing off? Jenny, you got a line.
Go for it,
Let's kick
man.
off first.
All right. I guess, fearless leader is the one.
Fuck right.
All right, I'm gonna start with Batman Europa #4, which finished out that arc. Incredible, absolutely incredible. I've never had a Batman comic keep me guessing, and that's always been the main reason I don't gravitate towards Batman. It does get kind of repetitive.
And this is the one where you have Batman and Joker infected with a virus, and they have to work together to figure out how to get a cure.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
No, what's crazier is who infected them and why.
Interesting.
And all the while, Batman's getting closer and closer and more convinced that Joker himself did it.
Because he would. I mean,
He
he's
would.
psychotic enough.
But Batman is wrong. It was Bane. To convince them that they cannot live without the other. Joker can't live without the Batman because it wouldn't be fun anymore.
Oh my God, that is so Bane.
And then Batman couldn't be Batman without the Joker because he can pretty much beat everybody else.
What is this? Psychological warfare. That is so Bane. Oh my
Bane.
God.
You're such a fangirl.
Hey man, Bane's a shit. You fucking broke the bat after all.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's Bane. All to convince both of them that Batman can't be Batman without the Joker.
Without the Joker.
Because he can conquer just about anybody else.
Yeah.
Joker's always won out in the end. He gets away all the time. And then without Batman, well, Joker, it just wouldn't be fun for him, and he'd give it up.
Yeah.
So one can't exist without the other, and that's the whole reason he infected them, is to make them work together and realize that.
Need more convincing, watch The Dark Knight again.
Anna says Bane is the only reason I pay attention to Batman anymore. My daughter said Bane is her favorite character.
Same with Anna.
Yeah.
Y'all need to go pick up this series. I'm sure it's gonna come out in trade, all 4 issues, 5 capes the whole way through. It's awesome, awesome.
By the way, the Nightfall series, or the Breaking of the Bat, the only reason we have that at home is because my girlfriend wanted to read about Bane. So
Nice. That is a great read.
And
for
that is
Bane.
a 3-volume
it's his
compendium.
Mhm.
That is a 3-volume compendium.
at $30 a volume, which is not bad for as much as you get. Yeah, they're thick, man. They're
Big book.
big, meaty books that will take you forever to read.
Yeah. All right, moving on to Voltron from the Ashes #5. 5 capes. Voltron's back, fighting, digging it out.
Okay, so they finally made it into Voltron now?
They did an issue 4, and I actually got that issue of Voltron late. That's the reason I didn't do a review on it. But I had done a preemptive 5 capes on issue 4 because I had kind of left it no other way. And yeah, they did get back into the Lions in issue 4. In 5, you see it looks like dire straits once again. They're being overwhelmed. They're heavily outnumbered, and to solve the issue, they split Voltron again. Because then it's instead of 1 versus 3, it's 5 versus 3.
Yeah.
And at some point, I think they lost the sword, which the sword disappears. And once they reform Voltron, they can call the sword again. So, it's very, very good. It was a great walk down memory lane for me. I loved it. 5 capes. Awesome. On to Green Lantern 49. This Green Lantern versus Sonar. And, of course, we also have Hal Jordan Parallax out in the universe, sneaking back.
He's a coming.
He's in orbit
Oh,
around Earth.
it's like
At the end of the issue, you see him just staring at the Earth. I can feel you, Hal Jordan, and I can feel your fear. And I have to stop you before you destroy Coast City again. Yeah.
I
But
just got
Sonar is-
chills down my spine.
Sonar is like a mediocre villain. You know, he's not much, but this is all building up to the Hal Jordan versus Hal Jordan. And the way it's put at the end of this issue is you're going to see them meet in the next issue. So I'm only giving it 3.5 Ks, and primarily because it's fucking Parallax.
And you're going to see that in issue 50.
Yeah,
I'm going toe to toe.
yeah, that's
So it's kind of a filler space until you get to the showdown.
yeah. Now Sonar he's mediocre in the way that he wasn't all that challenging. I mean, he's definitely a threat. Basically, what he does is he plants bombs that feed off of sound. So any crowded areas like a school or a bus station or anything like that, he's issued this threat. I've planted these bombs all over the world. So like all over the United States. So the entire United States is shut down. There are no schools, there's no businesses, bus stations, train stations, everything is shut down. And his demands were for the UN to meet, for his country of origin, I can't think of the name of it right now, to be recognized as a sovereign nation.
And that's exactly why he planted all those bombs, because you can't think of the name of it. And neither can anybody else.
Yeah. But like I said, he's mediocre. He's definitely a threat. But that was his demand, for the UN to meet and discuss the sovereignty of
If
his own
Sonar
nation.
were real right now and he heard this conversation, you describing him, he would probably go and do that to the whole fucking world.
Yeah, I'd be pissing him off.
Yeah, you would.
But
Mediocre at best.
he was very smart. He was very smart. He actually planted the bombs in the translators, the little translator devices on all the UN representatives.
Ooh, that's dirty.
Yeah. And, of course, Hal Jordan gets there in time, brings them all into a little compressed ball, surrounded by, green construct, and they all blow up inside of there, and everybody's saved.
But nobody understood what happened.
Oh, they knew who he was. He's just,
You're like, eh.
they could see what happened. They knew enough. They just couldn't understand the words he said. But this Hal Jordan, of course, is not equipped with a power ring. He
He's
has
got
a
power glove.
power, like a gauntlet, and it has its own battery.
Is it kind of like a power glove that they used to have for the 8-bit?
No, that was the most horrible thing Nintendo ever did.
But it looks so cool. Yeah.
It did look cool.
I love
He loves the power glove.
the never
Makes
mind.
you faster, right?
Never mind.
You are powerful, right?
No,
No?
no.
Strong like bull.
God damn it. They didn't realize how much I opened myself up until after I finished the second time.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
you
ah,
opened
Oh yeah,
yourself
you,
up
once
all
you
the
finish the
time.
second time, you're completely gone. There's no energy, chafed.
and no baby powder inside.
All sweaty, just, out of breath.
Saw his face like, oh, that's a bit dramatic.
Yeah.
I've
She
seen
doesn't
him
want to
like
think
that.
about that.
Anyhow.
This episode brought to you by Kenodyne for all your strap needs.
Oh yeah. We all need some straps.
Go ahead.
And tie them down right.
And unless you're in the trucking industry, you probably won't need them.
All right, moving on to Superman: The Dark Side, book 1, 2, and 3. Once again, I kind of gave a mild review for book 2. 1 and 3 didn't expand on it a whole lot. 3 got real interesting. 1 is just kind of lead up to 2. 2 is that's your main part of the story. 3 is, of course, the final fight, and then the revelation. Superman does not really stay on Earth. He takes over on Apokolips.
Yeah, it looks like he went the other way though. Did he go against it? Because it looks like he's holding the cane of what's his name?
Allfather.
The Allfather. Yeah.
yes and no.
Did he kick the New God's ass and just take over, or what?
No, he actually helped the New Gods of New Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, New Genesis was destroyed by Apocalypse in Book 2. In Book 3, you see him siding with the New Gods and helping them fight all the parademons and everything. And he kicks Darkseid's ass. I cannot remember that character's name. He's pretty much just is solidified Starlight. But, crap, I can't find it in here.
That guy?
That guy.
That guy.
That guy.
Whatever his guy's name is.
Yeah.
That guy.
Light Ray.
Light Ray.
Yes. Light Ray is mortally wounded, and instead of just, limping on as long as he can, he gives up every bit of his energy and gives it to Kal-El to supercharge him.
Oh, wow.
And basically, he's just walking up on Darkseid. Darkseid's throwing out,
I said
full
bunch
force
of
Omega
horrible
beams.
words
You
And
sent me that one.
doesn't
Doesn't
even
he
seem to
though?
affect him at all. Seems pretty much non-existent to Superman. Just walks right up and beats the shit out of it. Pretty fucking badass. So book 3, I'm definitely giving 5 capes. The other 2, they're necessary to actually understand what the hell's going on in book 3, but them by themselves, 3.5.
3.5.
It's okay.
It's a weak start, but a good finish.
Yes. Superman and Nation Divided. I'm going to put this just below Red Sun.
Wow.
Really?
Yes. This, of course, deals with Superman landing in, pre-Civil War and growing up and enlisting in the Union Army to fight in the Civil War.
Have we explained the whole Elseworlds thing?
Not in
we've
this
done it before,
episode.
but okay, Elseworlds, for those of you who don't know, that is a DC creation with some of their titles in the past. They don't really call them that anymore, but every once in a while they'll throw some out. But Elseworlds were the idea of taking a character and doing something different in kind of this alternate universe, a one-off thing, and we're going to see where this goes. So
It's DC's version of What If.
What If, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, there you go. That's what we're talking about right here. Which this was a volume of What If from the Marvel end. But yeah, great books if you want to just have a minimal investment in something to read.
Yeah. But, of course, he enlists in the Union Army, goes to fight, actually takes a cannon shot straight to the stomach. And at this point, he doesn't realize that he has any sort of abilities.
So does he become a circus strongman? Is that?
No, he becomes the savior of the Union. He single-handedly stops the assassination of Abraham Lincoln.
Oh wow!
He becomes the poster boy for the nation, and then the war's over. He's the one who organizes the Secret Service and all this other good stuff. And of course, he goes back home finally. His mother's dying. It's his mother and his father. And his mother dies, and his father explains to him, your mother thought you were just another one of her stillborn, because I brought you in while I was going out to bury a stillbirth, and you came out of the sky in this silver egg. And he asks him, well, where's the egg? It's buried out in the South 40. He goes out there and he finds it. As soon as he touches it, he's in the hologram of his parents shortly before they sent him off Krypton. And the message to him was he sees who he was sent to help. And it wasn't the white man. It was the Native American. So he comes out of this hologram and he's just shocked. Because pretty much, at the time, the white and Native Americans were still at war, fighting constantly. He realizes he's been fighting for the wrong people all this time. And that's pretty much where it leads you. He resigns his rank as a major. He just takes off. That's just kind of
Really?
leaves you there.
Leaves you behind. Wow!
It is interesting.
They need to continue that.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm putting this one right under Red Sun. And this is a one-shot. Red Sun was, 6 issues?
I think so. Yeah, it was about 5 or 6.
Yeah, this was able to do what 6 issues of Red Sun did.
That would put it, in my opinion, that would put it above. But okay,
Well, it's still not as earth-shattering as the end of
True.
Red Sun.
True.
That's why Red Sun's still going to be right above it.
And Red Sun was, even though it was a Superman story, it was still kind of a Justice League story.
Because
too.
you did see most of the Justice League.
Right. You had Green Lantern, you had Wonder Woman, you had Batman, you had an incarnation of Batman. It wasn't Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
but it was still Batman.
Yeah. In this, you get to see this world's version of Jimmy Olsen. He's Jeremiah something or other.
Okay. That's crazy, man.
Definitely an awesome book. 5 capes. If you see it, pick it up. It's worth it.
I like that statement, Anna.
What did you say?
My daughter asked, "What's with the statement? If you're watching the Super Bowl, your Sundays suck." Anna said, "Because it would be rude to call someone a chump for watching Super Bowl instead of the nerdery."
Damn right.
That's
Well,
exactly it.
Thanks, Davey.
And it
No. Don't give Lewis any shit. He's here. He's here.
I did come here, God dang it.
All right.
I at least had to
I'll
catch.
give you
I
credit.
at least had to catch the halftime
He
show.
forgoed the beer drinking and the Stupor Bowl to be on the Nerdery podcast.
That is true. That is true.
There
All
you
right.
go.
All
And
right.
I am dedicated to
All
you,
right.
God
So
dang it.
we'll unfail you for today.
No, more like you unfilled me for the
today.
5 minutes.
Now I'm gonna
For
let
the next 5 minutes.
I'm gonna let you know that we did. Your shirt's still coming.
He did say the day, but if you want to go for 5 minutes,
The Phil Lewis shirt that we're gonna be wearing at Anime Con.
No, I ain't fucking wearing that damn shirt. No.
you don't even
You know,
know
I've
what
been
shirt
telling
I'm
this.
wearing.
I've been telling this d-bag that I have a feeling that when we go to Matt
He doesn't
Surrey,
even know what shirt I'm wearing.
when I'm going to Matt
I
Surrey,
Oh,
everyone's
yeah.
gonna get. Oh, hey, are you
Phil
Steven?
Lewis?
Are you Steven? Oh, hey, are you Jimmy? Oh, hey, are you Chris? And I want to know what I'm gonna get. Aren't you Phil Lewis? Fuck this shit. I'm going home. I'm going home. Everybody else gets regular
You
shit,
won't
and I get a
go
hashtag.
home.
All right, no. First
You
of all,
won't go home.
Jimmy,
No, I won't.
Jimmy's
Spit.
hashtag, which my daughter spammed again,
Yes.
by the way, is Jimmy wants the D. All right.
I did hear about that.
His daughter.
In every show,
Started
my
that.
daughter makes sure to re-tag it.
His daughter started that.
Okay. Anna even says wear the shirt, Lewis. My daughter says wear the shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's doing. I'm waiting because something's going to end up happening, and I'm going to end up with the same one, and so is Chris. No, I think Chris's just may say dirty.
Oh, yeah, that I can see with the nerdery logo right under it. that I can see.
All right, I guess I'll go ahead and jump to mine.
There you go.
I'm like, I still got quite a bit.
All right. So now Lewis has already reviewed X-Men Uncanny #1, so I'm just going to kind of do a light re-review from a different perspective. I haven't really got into all of the new Uncanny. I've only caught 1 or 2 comics. This one was really actually interesting. Watching Sabretooth's reactions. He's actually a lighter Sabretooth, but he's talking crap the whole time.
Well, he's in the Wolverine spot now.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, and he's dealing with all the horrible things he's done in the past.
It's like a dwarf laundering from the Expendables.
One of his comments is, normally I would have ripped your brain out and ate it before you could poop your pants, but unfortunately I'm the kinder Sabretooth, and it's not kind on my hypersensitive nose right now.
That was pretty funny.
The play in between each of the characters is actually really good. It's making a very interesting second edition style of X-Men, since the X-Men are actually hiding right now. And then, of course, you're getting to see Arc out there. Well, now they just call it Angel.
Yeah, now it's
Not bad. I'm going to give it 4 Ninja Scrolls. I actually did enjoy it.
Nice.
All right, Red Sonja #1. All right, it is a bit of an investment.
And that is a comic block.
Comic block exclusive, but I'm sure you can find it out there. A little wordy, a little more than I expected. You're definitely going to take some time reading it. It has a lot of detail.
Hold on. Didn't Conan say something? What was it? Enough talk!
Yeah.
But altogether, I actually really enjoyed it. It's going through her story and what happens after the king dies and after she gives up being queen.
Yeah.
And gives up her title as, the greatest killer out there, and now she's trying to find her place in this new world. Altogether, about 4 Ninja Scroll. Not bad. I'm kind of hoping I can catch another one and see if it gets a little better into it. All right, Silver Surfer #1. This one, in fact, I was going to let Jimmy read, but he was too busy on his game.
Plug your ears.
No, that's fine.
And we were talking as I was reading it. They kind of brought it down a little bit to where it's more on everybody's level.
That's why I always encourage that this title is good for everyone.
Yeah,
I would recommend it for a female audience, kids,
yeah, anybody.
adults, anybody who wants to read it, because it doesn't have a lot of violence. The wording in it is not so obtuse. It's really dumbed down. Not necessarily dumbed down, but it's brought down to a
It's
level of
simply
understanding. It's simply put.
Yeah, thank you. That's a great statement.
There you go.
Altogether, really good. You get to see Silver Surfer making it back to Earth, and visiting with his girlfriend's family, and
Are they a thing?
they are a thing.
They are a thing,
They are
okay.
a thing. She's been riding around with him on his surfboard all through space, battling, and her
See the previous 13 or 14 episodes.
yeah.
Right before Secret Wars.
Altogether, I'm actually going to give it 5 Ninja Scrolls, just because it was an interesting way back with a unique enemy and let you know that something else is about to come and be after Earth.
Oh yeah, and that is the other thing about that title. I've always found that there's this sense of impending doom, or this really ominous sense of something lurking in the background, and I did enjoy that. It's kind of like on the level of Labyrinth or Dark Crystal. It kind of has that feeling to it,
What's really coming from around the corner.
Yeah, not everything is as it seems,
Yes.
and I like that aspect. It has this real fantasy.
And it did bring that in. In fact, the enemies that pop up in this in the beginning, you come to find out,
Yeah.
it's not ruining, but they weren't what they were made out to be at first.
Exactly.
All right, and for the last one,
You get
Batman
rated on
Punisher.
that?
Oh, yes, that one I was given 5.
5 Ninja
Five
Scrolls.
Batman Punisher. This is actually, I really actually enjoyed it. It did take me a little bit to get through. Like, I started one half, and then I took a break, and I came back to it. So at some points, I did kind of lose my interest a little, and then I had to get back into it. And I actually had to go look the characters back up and read back through their backstories,
Right. And
so that I had a better understanding of the characters.
you've got a lot of character interaction with this one.
Yes.
You do get to see kind of a knockdown, drag out with Punisher and Jean Paul Valley Batman,
Yes.
or Cyber Batman, Tech Batman, whatever you want, Armored Batman. He's the stand-in for Bruce Wayne, as we explained earlier. But you get to see Jigsaw, you get to see Joker, you get to see some really cool stuff happen, and the acknowledgement that in this series, yet again, much like the Spider-Man Batman crossover, the acknowledgement that the Marvel Universe exists with the DC Universe before they established that they did not exist together.
Yes.
So it's like Punisher talking about, New York's a horrible cesspool, but Gotham City is just, miles beyond.
Yeah.
And him going to Gotham to go find Jigsaw. It's a great book. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
Absolutely. 5 Ninja Scrolls. It's definitely one to read if you're a fan.
Yeah.
Of either side. Like I said, it took a little bit of. I really did have to go read back on some things because I had forgotten characters or forgotten how they came into being.
Some of these one-shots can be kind of hard to choke down in a single sitting,
Yes.
because a lot of times in one-shots there are going to be
There's
a
so
lot
much
of words.
information.
There's going to be a lot of writing.
You
A
know
lot
what?
of writing.
A lot of backstory and
Yes.
Yes.
solidifying all that
Because they
information.
have to do your introduction, they have to actually tell the story, and they have to close everything out, all inside of a single one-shot.
Yes.
I'm gonna say 5 chimichangas on this one. The way I felt about it was the Punisher story, and Batman was kind of along for the ride. And even though it is wordy, a lot of it is inner monologue.
Yes.
So it does read fast. The only reason I've been really deprived of sleep lately, so I had to take a break from this one this afternoon, and I finished it up before the podcast. But it's fucking great.
It is.
If you find it out there, get it.
Get it.
And it is out there.
Yeah, it's out there. I picked this up at Toxic City Comics.
They still have more.
Yes, they do. $5 a book, and I believe when I bought it, they had it on a table of stuff that's buy one, get one 50% off. So that's
Bogo.
why you got a copy
Nice,
as
man.
well.
I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
Bogo.
Bogo. Buy one, get one, 50% off. It wasn't free. I thought it was free, and then I got to the register and it was wrong. And I was like, son of a bitch, I've come too far.
I can't turn
I
back.
can't turn back now. The table's over there. I'm at the register. I'm fine.
All right, Lewis.
Do you want
Well,
me to go?
I think
Do you want me to go?
All right.
I'm gonna wait for you, and we'll do a joint review on that one.
What else you got? Because I'm already almost done.
I don't really have much else.
Well, how about we
Speed
take
reader.
an audio break?
Want to do an audio break?
Of course, our YouTubers, stick around. We'll be back. For those of you listening, we'll be back in a flash with more of this trash.
Nice spread, Mr. Crack Spider. Protecting the red, white, blue, and even
Some of your bets.
Whatever you want, Leo gets.
That's right. They're at a hockey game.
Hell, right?
That's right.
Now, I will say, if Stanley Cup happens to fall on a Sunday, I won't be here.
You won't be here.
I won't be here.
You won't be here. Well, I guess it's gonna be
I
up to
sure
us.
as hell won't fucking be
We'll just
here.
make fun of them all night.
All right,
That's fine. I don't shit.
they're out.
Fuck it, I'll be drinking.
They're out watching a bunch of guys on ice fight over a cup, whatever that means.
It's a big ass
It's a
cup.
fucking big cup, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently
Yeah.
Stanley was a big man.
Stanley had a big cup to drink from. It's a lot of beer.
Frederick Stanley.
The thing keeps getting bigger too. And don't they add on to it?
Yes, it has all the names of all the winners of the Stanley Cup, and when that tier is filled, they add another tier.
Well, what the fuck's gonna happen when that thing's like a mile long?
They'll figure something out.
All the names will be on a flash drive.
By that point,
Stuffed
I mean,
inside
that
the base of the cup.
Yeah.
and then just holographically projected.
Now, have y'all seen the video of Ryan Reynolds and Psylocke? The girl who plays Psylocke?
Nuh-uh.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds and
Olivia
Olivia
Munn.
Munn.
Thank you. I couldn't think of her name. Y'all haven't seen that video yet?
No.
It's hilarious. Let me see if I have.
Are they done up as their characters?
She kind of Ryan. Hey, look.
Oh,
But let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, here it is.
Okay, for all y'all watching, that there is the new Dark Knight.
Ooh.
Burgery flavor.
it is
And-
dark.
This is the Joker also,
Speaking of which, I need to get. Is that the bottle?
which is
Is it
freaking
the bottle?
phenomenal.
Yes.
It is
I
a
need to get some.
fruity
Okay.
pebbles donut.
Oh, I didn't
It's
see that.
epic.
She's been really working on her swordplay.
Oh, fucking
That's awesome.
balloons.
So I caught that earlier and I had to re-get it out there just.
God damn it.
Oh, Anna says she's going to come by and she's going to be special guest, right, on the podcast next weekend.
Next weekend,
Sweet.
Awesome.
baby.
Oh, because we're all, most of us are going to have a movie to review.
Yes. Yeah.
Fucking A right.
Most of me.
You're not gonna go.
What?
I can't.
Why?
I got to teach class.
Huh?
He's got to teach class.
You got Sunday.
That is true. I do have Sunday.
Just catch the matinee.
I may have to.
Fuck it. I'm taking somebody to go out and go watch it. Come on. Come on.
That may be a plan.
Your hand doesn't count.
It is not my fucking hand.
Are you going to take your hand?
He's gonna take his hand.
Rosie and all 5 of her sisters are kind. Be nice to her.
He's gonna be masturbating.
Frank Jeff Bates!
Lewis says, and I came for what? What the fuck?
Oh, he didn't come yet.
I think we
Where's something
interrupted.
heavy? Something heavy. Fucking knock the shit out of somebody.
Oh, Lord.
That one's for all y'all out there.
For all y'all out there in YouTube land.
Lewis hates us.
No, I love you guys. I just hate shit like this. I just want to fucking kick you guys in the shin.
But you know what? I've actually heard people say, "Man, you know, your show was funny like 2 weeks ago," and then you started.
What
losing,
happened when
You
you
started
lost
losing people. You know, you started losing personalities. What's going on? It was like, well, you know, work schedules and everything. I know, but God, and that Lewis guy. He's fucking hilarious.
I have yet to see an email that says that.
I have yet to see an email of anything.
Yeah, same thing. I haven't seen any email. However, I can't have students come talk to you to watch the show.
When they do, I'll shut up.
They probably laugh their asses off. And that's
Because they're going back and rewatching.
Yeah.
You don't believe me? Why don't you ask Anna?
Yeah, Anna, let me know.
Anna, do you think it's funny when we pick on Lewis and all his reactions?
he's animated. It's great.
I'll turn around so you can wait. Because I don't know how many comments she made, so she may
It's
have.
not even been anymore.
No, wait.
Well, that's my daughter's reaction. Lewis is funny. And looks aren't everything, Lewis.
Yep.
And Anna says, yep.
Thank you for your honesty, Anna.
Honesty.
Honesty.
Dishonest honesty? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Dishonest honesty?
It just became a thing.
Anna says it makes for great fun.
Do you have Joker?
Tanya has to.
I was like, y'all should have plenty of it still.
Well, no, I want to. Not put it in here. But no. We got
We'll do that off the air.
Yeah, we got a
'Cause
big
that one's
bottle.
more time consuming.
We got a big ass bottle, 30
What the
ml.
fuck is that?
That is Farva.
That is Farva.
What the fuck is Farva?
Well, you want to introduce the new
A jelly-filled donut. No, they've already
Oh,
worked out.
wait,
That
oh,
is
wait.
jelly, a raspberry jelly-filled donut.
Yeah.
Ryan came up with it. It's absolutely
Is
awesome.
that a jelly donut, my freaking barracks?
And that's what
God damn it!
That's
Run it! Fucking hey!
No, it's all about when he sees it. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, Private Paul? Sir, a jelly donut, sir. A jelly
Donut!
What is that? What the fuck is that?
You can't blame Kyle for laughing.
Babe, those unicorn bottles are wide mouths. They're slightly easier to fill.
They are. I mean, JD just filled this up.
Hey, I still need more of my cucumber lime, man.
She ran out of the flavoring, so
Well, let me know. I'll get her some money by Friday.
he loves that flavor.
That flavor's a shit. I'm telling you, it fucking tastes
I
like
know,
weed.
I know.
It tastes.
We don't condone
Good
that.
idea. Get that on YouTube.
Yeah.
What?
On YouTube.
It's a vaping flavor. Fuck off.
This is why we make fun of you because you're loud.
Yeah.
Random UA for Lewis when he makes it back to work.
Oh,
Don't you jinx me. Don't you fucking dare. That's all I need, my fucking boss. Why the hell is a cop showing up over here saying he said something on
Hey, listen,
Hey,
I'm
you're
gonna
supposed
watch
to
you on
read,
there.
man.
what is the nerdery?
What the hell is the NFL?
Yeah, what the hell is the NFL?
The MFL.
The
The
NFL?
motherfucker. No, the NFL. National Football League. Thank you very much.
Yeah, they're busy doing their thing. We're doing our thing.
You know, whatever.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
We like our people in tights better than their people in tights. That's all that matters.
Well, they got
it's
stuff
not
there.
an S&M thing. It's just a comic book.
Yeah, they got stuff theirs. Socks.
But they do have the cup y'all be looking for whenever they need you. No.
No. No, I haven't watched a football game since I was playing it in high school, okay? So, that's how.
He was
I was the same
watching
way.
it
I would
first
much
person.
rather play than
Watch.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest issue I have with football, and somebody actually added up, on average, how much playtime you actually see during a 3.5, 4 hour football game. You see, on average, 14 minutes of play.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And you want to sit there and watch a game and get drunk. That's why you sit there and watch a game, get drunk and eat. Because
Yeah,
you're
time.
eating and getting shit-faced while they're doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then once everything starts going, you're like, oh, you can take a break from stuff in my face. And we're back to drinking some more beer and stuff in my face.
Hour and a half hockey game, you're seeing an hour of hockey.
Fuck right. Those guys work for it. Work for it.
Peverly died.
Because anybody can go out there and act like a dumbass and play football. But not everybody can go out there and play hockey.
I don't know anybody who is not capable of running, unless they don't have legs.
Right.
But I know a bunch of people who cannot skate.
I can't skate.
I can skate, and I can shake you with a skate. I can play in the NHL.
There you go.
There you go.
As a matter of fact, those are two qualified
I
crackers.
hold the record for most second time to try to stab somebody with my skate.
Was it because they were making fun of you?
I was ask Happy Gilmore. I was on the fucking movie.
Don't ever let him have skates. At least not on the show. I don't know why he would have skates.
Did you say
We'll end up shanked to death, all of us. At least it'll be live on
Nah,
YouTube.
most-
You work with me. You've seen how I treat coworkers. I think I'd be the person shanking people up here.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Nothing will scare an individual
Good night,
like
Anna.
walking up behind him with a
Good night, baby.
Night.
with a clicking pin and just start shanking him in the ribs.
Yeah. You walked up to Raul Saturday and you
Whoa!
whoa! I was like, what the fuck did you just do to him? No, you don't go for the ribs, you go below the ribs.
No,
so you get up
you-
at the organs, man.
No, you get right here so you can get that lung so they can't run.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to scream with half a lung.
That's right. You gotta get that bitch collapsed and full of blood.
Yeah. You get the lung, man. That's it. Don't you hunt? Shoot the lung, man.
I don't. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, we are on break, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Deer are delicious.
Deer is delicious.
I ate some venison boudin last night. That was my.
That's some
Hey,
delicious
you
shit, yeah.
wanted some venison, you need to talk to Ron. He's got a shit ton.
Already got something I'm working with Ron.
Okay. So, yeah.
I got a new container for that last night.
Another one.
Yeah. I don't know how many of those I have now.
Another organ donor container.
No, he didn't want it. He
You
said
didn't
he
want
already had 3.
You already had 3.
So
That's
just,
enough.
Just bring it up here. I'll fill it up for you. Ah!
All right, I'm done with my comics.
You're done with your comics?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's about damn time.
Really more.
See what time you get here.
All right. I'm
About
actually
6:30
going to
to
finish
go around.
mine because I'm
Later
almost
than
done with
normal.
it. And
Have
we
you
can
seen
do a
me
joint
do any
review on
reading?
that one. How about that?
Whose comics are these?
Mine.
Those are his.
Okay.
Those are the ones you haven't.
Those
read.
are fucking hilarious.
Oh, the wedding of Deadpool.
Is that? Did they break it up? Is that what they're doing? Because that can't be the whole thing.
Yes, I ate boudin
I don't
without you last night. Sorry.
Can't be the whole thing.
I don't know. But it was
Wait, Buddha
$1.
last night?
Yeah, I
Fuck
know.
you.
These
And
true
whatever
believers
person you're
books.
talking to.
$1.
Look,
What?
$1.
yeah, folks. These True Believers books that Marvel is releasing. If you missed out on some stories you'd want to read, for $1, you can get it.
$1.
I don't know if that's the whole Wedding of Deadpool because that was a big issue, but for $1,
Wasn't that like a 3-part, 4-part series?
something like that.
Something like that.
So
I'll
they might be breaking it
I'll
up.
leave that with you so you can read it.
Okay, cool. But yeah, check those out. Like I brought the Deadpool covers book last week.
You know
That
what
was
the fuck that
$1.
makes me think of is in the Deadpool Cable, where she's like, "Hey, you mind if me and Cable go out and play for a little bit?" Yeah. Whenever you get back, we're gonna have
For those of
laptops.
you who aren't aware,
This is
this
the
cover
Guinness Book of World Records breaker for most recognizable characters on a comic book cover.
I agree with that. I mean, there's a ton of them there.
Yep.
Wow.
$1.
$1.
In the words of Dan Aykroyd. $1.
$1.
When the hell did that flavor come out?
I
That's
just
new.
brought it over. That's like I said. That's Ryan's new one. I think it's been out about a week. It's one of the 4 new ones.
Now, the only store that I've actually seen these True Believers at is Toxic City. That's the only store I've seen them at.
I saw them at All Star the other night.
They're finally getting them.
Yeah, they're finally, but
I don't go to that store anymore.
But I'm having some fucking issues with my box, and once they fix them, I'm fucking closing out my box.
Let's not speak ill.
Yeah, we're not gonna speak ill.
No, that's bad juju because they try to take care of me as much as they can when I'm there. At least few people that work there.
But yes, Toxic City does have the True Believers, and I will say I got their last Wedding of Deadpool,
Wow.
and I missed out on the New Mutants '98.
Yeah, those were gone quick.
Really quick. You got the toolkit?
It's over there in the drawer.
Or you, what do you need?
I just need songs. I need to relit.
I don't have the. No.
Does anybody remember the TV show that came out that was the new generation of X-Men?
No.
Had like Husky
Oh,
in it.
wait.
and,
Are you talking about
Gen X.
Generation X.
Yeah, Generation
Yeah.
X.
Yeah, that was a pilot, and I think it had Matt Frewer in it. It had a couple other people, but yeah, I vaguely remember that one. And yeah,
I'd seen a
vaguely.
like a little preview thing that was popping up on.
You already have an open bag of cotton?
ads, and it happened to be that again, and I'm like,
I know there was a short-lived TV series based around the X-Men mythos, and it had the guy who played Lex Luthor in Lois and Clark as one of the main characters. But that was I think that lasted maybe about 5 or 6 episodes, and then it was
Michael Rosenbaum.
no. Lois and Clark,
Oh, I don't remember.
the guy who played Lex Luthor in that.
I don't remember who
Yeah,
that
did you
was.
finish episode 3?
No, I did not.
So we'll just go over episode 1 and 2.
X-Files.
Yeah.
Anna, did you publish hers?
The episode 1 and 2 reviews?
Huh?
Yes, I did.
Did she give you a 3?
I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay. I'll talk to her about it.
I didn't know if we were talking about those or for a part of it or not.
Yeah, if you want to, dude, go for it. I've watched 1 and 2.
I do have
I've caught
topic
most
for us.
of 3.
Okay.
Oh, you
yeah,
did?
For discussion.
Sweet.
Okay,
See, I was just trying to plan ahead in case we did.
that's fine. If you want to talk about it right now, what you think about it, go for it.
Well, I mean, I told you yesterday, I wasn't as impressed with the beginning one because I was kind of hoping to see something different.
I liked it because it had when we were talking about season
Child,
10.
are you crazy?
Yeah.
What's she saying?
She's,
Can you imagine a Hitler version of Batman?
Go to sleep. Just go to
I think that was actually covered.
really?
I cannot remember. There's actually a lot of Elseworlds. A lot
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
people think.
Yeah.
You can find these little one-shots all over, and then there was actually an Elseworlds title
Good question.
for a while.
More
No.
bridge?
No. But there was actually an Elseworlds title for a while. And so every month you got a new Elseworlds.
I think that was the Lobo book you gave me was from that. One.
Yes.
Yeah. So I need to pick that
The,
one up.
The Elseworlds Lobo as like a James Bond-esque figure.
Yeah, I gotta read that.
I found us another big Lobo fan. In fact, I need to get some cards. One of the girls that is at the college, I was sitting out there reading my Lobo books that I bought. And she's like, oh, where did you find Lobo? And I'm like, oh, I found it, Toxicity out here, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, you're actually a Lobo fan? I said, yeah, he's actually my favorite character. I said, he's also one of the other guys on the show. It's one of his favorites,
Don't
right?
mess
Right
with the main
below.
man.
The main man.
And so she was,
Hell, we all are.
she was
actually
freaking
avid
out.
Lobo fans.
I
To
actually
a certain
have
degree.
I have an
I'm not.
older issue
I haven't read any
of
of
the it's
Shit.
an issue of the first run of Deadpool, the first ongoing, where he fights. He's in space and he's trying to get back to Earth, and he gets stuck in this prison, this space prison, and this character named Dirty Wolf breaks out, and he looks about the same build and everything as Lobo. He's even got a space hog, and he's wearing a mask. But it's essentially Deadpool versus Lobo without.
Yeah,
No,
without,
you mean-
without calling it.
It's pretty funny.
Lobo, child. Lobo.
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 Wow.
Lobo's shit.
The main man. I'm still awesome. Danny Trejo wanted to play him. I think that would
Oh, that
actually
would be
work out.
fucking badass.
We're going to
Oh.
touch on that.
We're gonna touch on that.
We're going to touch on
But,
that in part 2.
But my first experience with Lobo was actually the original Superman animated series.
Yeah,
When
where
he
he
fought
freaked out. Yeah.
Yeah, where he came to Earth to fight him. And then after that, I went and bought a few comics, few issues that were ever out at the time, and I was like,
See,
dude,
I-
this dude is freaking
I remember
awesome.
finding a Lobo comic like sitting in this convenience store, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" It was like the only comic there, so I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll buy it." And got that, and I was like, "Oh, nope, addicted. That's my character. That's him."
Oh,
And it just so happens that Lobo fell in line with.
And they did say they were bringing back the main man.
all right.
Don't
we
fuck
I'm
with me
not,
right
I'm
now.
not joking. That's-
Don't fuck with
I've
me
been
right
watching.
No,
the
no, they
books. They are bringing back the main man.
I'm
we
buying
are,
Lobo
we
now.
are doing a joint review on this.
That's fine.
Yes,
I'm buying Lobo
they are
now.
bringing the main man back.
Fuck, yes. Probably after so many angry emails, bring him back.
Now, what I'm going to be curious about is what they're going to call it.
Because
Are they going to call him Lobo, or are they just going to start calling him the main man? since
I
they
would
brought out
be
52
happy either
Lobo.
way.
That's right.
As long as they bring him back, they've dealt with an issue like that before,
Yes.
and one turned out to be an imposter. Wouldn't be too big of a stretch to either call it an alternate universe Lobo or, another imposter.
Emo Kylo Ren Lobo. That's the one.
Well,
they
to
got
tell you
out.
the truth, it wouldn't be too far fetched to say that there was pre-52 Lobo and then new 52 Lobo.
Because Lobo has not been in the DCU.
That's true.
That is very true. Not for some time, anyway.
The DCU is young. It's only been going a year, or less than a year.
Well, then no, he is not.
Yeah, he definitely hasn't been. I mean,
And what we've been seeing a lot in the DCU is a lot of older versions of characters coming back.
Yes.
The 90s Superman. He's in the DCU, along
Those-
with the new 52 Superman.
Well, going back to Lobo, if you are a big Lobo fan and you haven't read it, get the 4-issue series. Lobo's back.
yes.
The 4-issue series, Lobo's back, deals with why he cannot die.
Yep.
I mean, he can, but he immediately
Hell
comes back
doesn't
to
want
life.
him. Hell, I mean,
Well,
Heaven doesn't
Heaven
want
doesn't
him.
want him. and
Hell doesn't want him.
Both have had him in at one point.
Yes.
Yeah,
And Purgatory doesn't want to deal with him.
that's right.
Well, they had to once.
No. They had to about 4 or 5 times because they kept reincarnating him as different things. They first brought him back in 1940s Britain while it was being bombed by the Germans as a woman. And he goes out there and stands under a bomb and goes back and tells them, no, you're going to get it fucking right. Then they bring him back as a squirrel. He gets himself run over by a car. And then
That
goes
would be the
back.
funniest one.
And they're like, look, we can't do that. It doesn't work that way. How about we try and, let you go up to heaven? And they send him up to heaven, and the angel that escorted him up there comes back to purgatory with his wings ripped off.
I remember seeing that panel.
Yeah. And the head of purgatory looks at him and goes, what the hell happened? And he goes, well, remember that time we let Attila the Hun in on a trial run? This is worse. And it shows Lobo on an electric harp on stage playing an electric harp, singing Banana Fana Tofana, while all the saints and all the people of heaven are like moshing and trying to tear each other apart.
He turns into a damn death metal show.
Yeah. So they decide to send him to hell. And Etrigan, the demon, along with all his buddies, marches back up to purgatory and said, no, fuck you, you're taking him back. Because he's treating it like a high school kegger. He's loving it down there. This isn't right. He's really fucking up the morale. So you're taking it back or we're moving in. And yeah, it's
right.
great stuff.
Yep.
Great stuff.
Heaven doesn't want him, and hell cannot stand him.
You're-
That's right.
That's right. You need to check that out if you're a Lobo fan.
Yes, Lexi, but I have 3 comics on my desk. However, if you tear any of them or get liquid on them, me and you
Uh-oh.
going to be boxing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Danger, danger.
That's beyond that, sir.
For those of you watching, I am still in the room.
Don't
I'm
mess
just
with the
doing
main.
production.
Yeah, he's handling the production in right now. He's trying to get things going on the computer, make sure everything's going good. For some reason, we've got. Why are we looking at the bomb scene on Lethal Weapon 2 again, or 3?
You're on
Because
rewind.
it's my favorite scene.
You're on rewind. Why the fuck are we on rewind?
Yeah,
No,
what's
it's
up
on
with that?
fast forward.
What? How's that working? Oh, they're pulling up to the building again.
It's my
Right.
favorite scene.
Grab the cat.
Raj. Yeah. Grab the cat. More plastic than shared. We were watching Lethal Weapon 3 tonight.
Yes.
Not 2, 3. I thought
The best one.
Yes,
And I should have told you I have 4 too.
I thought it was in the
Yeah,
collection.
No, is that? I think it's just 1, 2, and 3.
No,
No,
it's
Oh, it's got 4 in there.
Yeah, it has 4.
I couldn't remember what it had.
I think he has 4. He has some of them. He doesn't
Yes.
have all of them.
Some of them, a lot of them got borrowed and not
Never
brought
Well,
back.
see, that's you'll laugh if you look at most of them. They probably have a number on them. That's because we literally had to go back through and number all of our DVDs to figure out who was taking what, so we can walk up and go, oh wait, 33 is missing. Okay, who grabbed 33?
No, well, so a lot of my DVDs will also have that number on them, but that's for a different reason. Well, same reason, just different locations.
Yeah.
We had a video store, and that's how we kept track.
We went on a trip down memory lane after we left your house Saturday. So
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, let's go by the old video store." What? It's a donut shop? Are you serious?
Yep, donut shop. For a while, it was a Harley shop. Like, wow, we were building 4-wheelers in there and customizing mini bikes. We had the trike from hell.
My daughter said, hurry up and watch Helsing.
Yes.
That's a great
I
one.
will
I
whenever I get the chance.
Series so you can
Oh,
watch
that is a great one, dude.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna watch Witchblade first.
I like Witchblade.
Whoa. Watch Ghost in the Shell first.
That's right.
Or if you want to
And
go
then
further back,
Witchblade.
Vampire Hunter D.
You gotta find
Yeah.
it.
I know
Alright,
exactly
I think
where
I
to
still
get a
have it.
All right. If I
Bloodlust wasn't bad. What? You didn't like it?
No, I said no, it wasn't bad at all.
Made by-
open the door, I can't hear you. Whoa! I can disarm this.
Cat. What are you doing?
Don't yell next to the mic.
You won. You won?
Ah!
He got money.
He got money.
Drinks are on Lewis. Damn right. Go buy me some beers. I'm broke.
I'll make a beer run real quick.
Hurry.
How much time do we got?
3 minutes.
27.
Yeah, fuck that.
So what was our final score then?
What do you think it is? Red. The blue wire.
Wait.
I think we should.
What? Did you maybe the red?
No.
I'm thinking that this evening's in 42 seconds. We can go upstairs and pick up the bomb squad. Have a cappuccino. The bomb squad never gets here on time. Okay, anyway, it's 8 minutes and 31 seconds. Rogers, please.
We go upstairs. Have a cappuccino.
24 to 10. Fuck yeah.
Fuck, that's right. But after that, they're going to say, let's cut the blue wire, which I'm going to do right now, Ralph. Hey, wait. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, it's just a hunch. You're playing a hunch.
Oh, man.
Blue wire, same thing. This is more simplified, though. The more powerful, the more simplified.
Yeah.
From where I was sitting, I couldn't see it. Forget it. Come on, trust me. Yeah, so I don't trust you. Just not on cutting the red wire, okay? What? A minute ago you said blue. Did I say blue? Yes, you said blue. I meant red. You sure? You sure? Look, Ralph, we can do it your way if you like. I'm out of way. What? You're gonna miss all this good stuff when you retire. You're gonna miss it a little bit.
Are you fucking crazy? Oh, that's not good.
Raj. Yeah. Grab that cat.
Oh, man.
They fucked that up.
Oh, yeah.
Just one. Damn it. I love my way.
I should have missed all this when we retire.
No. We can just drive it out of here. God, no keys.
Did you see the
I
eye
guess we're gonna
twitch?
have to hotwire it. Don't say hotwire around this stuff.
Did you see the twitch when he said that? Aren't you gonna miss all this stuff when you retire? He's just like, he just turned his head.
Aneurysm right then.
Really?
All right, our YouTubers.
Sorry, we had to
That
watch
tail end. That's our little bit of a break because most of the break we entertain y'all. But now we're going live on the audio again.
Oh yeah,
All right.
it's about to start. It's kind of an interesting thing. I mean, you know, they get to sit here and watch us talk to other people that are listening.
Yeah.
So you're kind of on the inside of things.
For more information on the crack spiders, bitch, contact the Canadian Wildlife Service in Ottawa.
Welcome back to the nerdery. I'm JD.
I'm Jimmy.
Steven.
And I'm Lewis.
Happy Super Bowl. Anyway,
Go Broncos! All right, I'm good.
This message brought to you by the MFL.
yeah.
The NFL.
The-
The National Football League.
National Fairy League.
That right there.
No, leading into it. No.
So for those of you who are listening, hopefully you're listening and not celebrating right now. Well, no, celebrate. That's fine. Just don't drive home drunk. Okay.
Amen to that.
Yep. Definitely don't do that.
And if you've spent most of the day watching Super Bowl, outside of the commercials, it really sounded like your day sucked.
I mean, come on, people. YouTube's there. The commercials are going to be up within the next day or so. So
Yeah.
if you were watching it to see those, which most people do, give it a rest. Listen to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or watch us.
Or watch us
Yeah, watch us right now.
and join us.
If you're watching us for an hour and a half, you're getting an hour and a half of us.
That's premium footage.
Right
Our
there.
ugly mugs.
Yeah.
Right on your computer, or your phone, or your tablet, or whatever device you're using.
There you go. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
No.
You were doing something.
I don't get
And by the way, the drinks are on Lewis.
Yeah.
That's right.
Where are you going to be meeting them at, Lewis?
Huh?
Buffalo Wild Wings for the Stanley Cup.
He
There you go.
does.
What he said. Who you got making the Stanley Cup? Speaking of that.
Oh, I haven't even looked at the stats in like 3 weeks, so you know how fast that shit can change.
Oh my God.
Must be the Rockets.
Well, you know what's sad is that's one team. This is a whole fucking league. This is a whole damn league. Who's number one 3 weeks ago ain't number one right now, probably. But anyways, Jimmy, go ahead and go with what you got on your menu.
Well, I guess I kind of already did with the Batman Punisher. This is going to be a joint review with you
Yes,
on
which
Old
I-
Man Logan #1.
Which I just finished.
Yeah, what did you think, sir?
A whole shit ton of epicness.
Oh, shit road.
I was surprised they went with the same artist that they had doing the Secret Wars 4-issue arc.
And it was it's great artwork.
It's real gritty.
Yeah.
It plays along with the character and his situation. This is Old Man Logan. This is a Wolverine from a future Marvel timeline where the superheroes have all been taken out by the supervillains who finally got their shit together and figured out we need to go and kill these fuckers and take over. And I thought I just finished this myself, and epic. I know JD already did a review on this, but we can really delve into it now that we have.
I was careful not to spoil anything.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 weeks old. Have that.
Spoil away.
So yeah, what do you think about the ending? Because my mind was like, holy shit. I mean, this
Shit is about to go down.
This is like the Claremont Logan. This is like Claremont Wolverine, man. This is the
I'm here to kill you, fucking Wolverine. This is the you're gonna see the animal come back
best there is at what he does, and what he does ain't nice.
at all.
Yeah, I mean, he went off, and he is basically going, and he's made a list, and he's marking people off the list. It's a very Kill Bill,
So yeah, it really
kind of
is.
thing going.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to prevent the future that I came from by killing off these assholes that caused it. And you see the name of all these people on his arm.
And it's pretty fun. It's pretty funny to see the names that are on there actually, and it's only 4 names, folks.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he's there to do. Take out 4 people.
Yeah.
But the people he has on that list,
It is a hell of a list.
it is a
Those are some big names.
huge names.
We're not going to reveal those names mostly because I can't remember them. But I know
I remember.
Red Skull was one of them. And I
He
don't.
was dead last.
Yeah, Red Skull's dead last on that one.
But it's the second name that's on there because he takes out one of those names in this issue.
Yeah.
In issue 1, he takes out one person on that list.
So,
But it's the next person who I'm really fickled about, and it's actually a throwback. And anytime these two characters come together, I absolutely love it. I really do.
he's got his too. I've got my
Deadpool
Deadpool
variants.
variants, which I love.
Like,
Come at me, bro.
You know what's sad is that the comic shop I went to go pick this up no longer carries variants.
Really? Well, yeah, they're well. To get variant covers, you have to
I don't give a rat's ass.
subscribe to. You have to.
You have to order a
buy
large
bulk,
number.
like huge amounts. That's why.
You see this face?
That's why Bedrock has to do it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. No, I don't care. I want my variants.
Go to Bedrock. Go to Toxic City. They get them.
Toxic City.
And a
You're gonna
lot
give me
of
gas
times, I don't know. You got a job now.
You're going to be missing a beard here by the end of the show.
Ooh. Banner, Mysterio, and Red Skull.
You said you wouldn't say it.
I'm sorry. I said it. I said I wasn't going to say it because I didn't remember it. Now he
Hashtag
showed
fell
me.
Jimmy.
So, no, there's already a hashtag out there for me.
Yes, there is.
Jimmy wants the D.
What's the dude? Deadpool. There you go. That stands for it.
Don't let him lie to you,
I
folks.
can't wait until Friday.
Who are you dating Friday?
I'm going on a date with my girlfriend to see Deadpool.
She's all right with your company?
What are you talking about?
Whatever guy you're taking.
I'm not taking any guys. The D is for Deadpool, asshole.
Oh, okay. I won't tell.
See, there you go, Lewis. That's not on you. The D's on me.
That's right. All fucking over that.
So the
front
D
door.
was on him before?
Really?
That's pretty dirty.
So
That's
Chris
some
isn't here.
group therapy, sir.
All right, since Chris ain't here. That's dirty.
Oh, it's dirty.
That was
There we
more-
I ain't got Chris's voice down yet.
It's dirty. Oh, it's
So-
dirty.
So, yeah, there you go. You should get that patent.
So you
All
got
right,
that.
what else are you
And-
doing?
Oh no, it's still Jimmy.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
we've already
okay.
done everything else?
Yeah, I've done mine.
Oh, okay.
It's all you, buddy.
Oh, well, then since
And we've got discussion to do, so
since it was my review, I absolutely love this. Seeing how it's Old Man Logan and it's actually more of a
yeah, it's kind of hazy.
yeah,
in there.
it's pretty foggy.
Yeah, it is getting foggy.
I absolutely loved it. I love the throwback of the sun in the particular issue.
Yeah.
In this issue,
Did you notice what his name was?
Yeah.
Scotty,
Scotty
which I'm betting he named him after Cyclops,
probably.
Scott Summers. So
That'd be a hell of a thing.
that's
Yeah,
it's
that would
funny.
be hell of
Guy
an irony.
guy that he could not get along with, and once he was dead, he was like, I'm gonna honor his memory by naming my son Scotty.
It was just so we could beat him more.
That's fucked up.
It's terrible.
I have to give this one 5 Gray Skulls, and I cannot wait for the next issues or how many ever issues this is going on.
5 chimichangas for me, sir. It's really
And of
good.
course, I get 5 capes.
So there you go. 5 all around.
Right.
Now on to one of my personal favorite series that I've been following, and I'm a huge fan of the writer and artist of this series, which is I Hate Fairyland number 4. And in what?
Nobody can see you, by the way.
No, don't give her any more juice.
Okay. Can I get water or no?
No, don't give her anything. She's
Okay.
fine.
She'll be herself.
That's right.
Just check.
No,
She's screaming.
I don't know why.
Oh, she's being a wolf.
Oh, God.
My bad, I called her.
Yeah.
She also taught her that alligators go.
Yep, that's my spawn.
You left her with Tanya. That's, well,
That's actually very educational.
that is educational.
That's educational.
I'm gonna teach her to shoot.
See why this man is her godfather? You see that?
I'm gonna teach her to shoot.
Oh yeah.
That way she'll never run. As good as you are, imagine the things I didn't teach you. Don't run.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have my daughter
folks.
jumping off the fridge with a plastic knife, trying to kill me or something.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I give it till 3.
She's 3 right now.
He's gonna wake
It's
up.
coming in the
She's
next
making
year.
the gurk, twisting the piano wire, getting ready for it.
Oh yeah, I'll teach
Go
you.
to sleep, Dad. Go to sleep.
Shh. For the fucking shake treatment. Not there yet.
Just frame them. You don't shake them. You just frame them. And just let them know you're capable of doing some really destructive shit. Just put your hands around my face, frame them.
Okay, let's go ahead with that.
This lesson in parenthood should not be taken seriously.
We have still got to get to discussion. So
Yeah.
let's let him do his book here.
This particular issue, you find out that there's another visitor into Fairyland, and that Gertrude is actually in trouble of not keeping her protection status from the Queen, so she can no longer just do whatever the fuck she wants and gets away with it. So now she's trying to beat out this other visitor to getting the key back to her world. And
It's been a while, and we do have a lot of viewers that probably didn't listen to us previously. So, I Hate Fairyland is about how old is the girl?
well, when she first went
When
to
she first
Fairyland,
goes to Fairyland,
she was 10.
10.
She was
Yeah, it's
10.
been 20.
And
22
it's been
years.
22 years. So she's 30. She's a 32-year-old person stuck in a 10-year-old's body, and
in
she is
Fairyland.
pissed. Yes, and
It's because she can't leave.
she can't leave, and so she's been now 22 years. She's been trying to find this key to help her go back on her way home. And like I said, she's just been at some point she just got fucking fed up and just started causing destruction everywhere.
Yes.
Because in the first issue, she literally shoots the stars out of the sky.
I think she blows the moon's brains out as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
which I freaking killed over laughing because they actually showed it.
Yeah.
Scotty and his glory just boom. There's a moon getting his brains blown out. And then at the end of the issue, you see him with a giant fucking band-aid like on his like where she blew the chunk out, and he's just like he's all messed up.
brain dead.
Yep. And so in the middle of them figuring out that now there's just another visitor, she has to figure out a way how to beat this other person to the key, because this other person is new to Fairyland, so she's all still sweet, innocent, and so she's just zipping on through Fairyland, getting what she needs to get done, and Gregor's like, no, fuck this bitch. No. Fuck this fluffer. And that's exactly it through in the comic. And
Fluff
so,
this fluffer.
yep,
Yeah. They replace a lot of cuss words with
like Muffin Fluffer.
muffin fluffer.
That has to be my favorite.
So they get creative. They get
Yeah,
creative.
oh yes, oh yeah, man. I mean, Scotty wrote this, and
Yeah.
he's a great writer.
Well, the first big thing I saw from him in Marvel, as far as writing and artwork, was
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
So I think that was. I never got to read it, but I'm sure that was fairly tame.
To me, reading Wizard of Oz, because I actually went back and reread Wizard of Oz. It was like this book has to be a combination of Wizard of Oz with Rocket Raccoon splashed in it, in this little bitty girl.
I'm well where I was going with it, and I've read the first issue, but I think what it is all that pent-up aggression that he had from having to write Wizard of Oz, and saying, I want something darker. We're going to Fairyland, and this girl's going to be pissed that she can't get out of it, and she's been there for 22 years.
22
Yeah.
years.
That's great.
Oh yeah, it's freaking awesome. And so, her guide is this little bitty fly that smokes a cigar and real smart ass. And he's just like this. I don't give a shit. I have no fluffs to give at all. I don't care. And so he's like, so she's like, man, what can we do to go ahead and get, to go and get the key before this little bitch fucking gets it. And he's like, well, we could go and steal the power of one of the 7 dooms. I like what you're thinking. And she immediately hops off. He's like, that wasn't a literal thing. And
I didn't really mean that.
he's like, no, I don't mean that. And so she finally goes to his castle. She goes up to the guard, and he's like, I'm such and such of the blood bringer or whatever. And he's like, I'll give you 5 seconds to walk away or fill my wrath. She's like, oh no, not your wrath. And then all you see is a blood spatter, and he's just like this big giant hunk of meat, like in his bone, like literally poked in his eye on the next panel. And she was just like, hey, I'm here to talk to you. And it's hilarious. And you close out with her having to prove herself to go through this Doom's dungeon to be worthy of his power. Because she asked him, "Hey, can you mind if I borrow your power so I can like beat that bitch and get the key and go home?" He's like, "Sure, I would love to give you my power, but first you need to go and prove yourself in the dungeon." So she goes ahead and shoots down, and this giant clown thing just is in front of him. She's like, for everything that he was saying, I expected something bigger and scarier. Well, it ends up being the tongue of something bigger and scarier.
Oh.
So she looks up and you just see this giant fucking thing, and it's the tongue with the little clown thing on the end of it. And I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be fucking awesome. I was just like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Absolutely 5 capes. The writing is it's flawless. Scotty, I'm a huge fan. Really, really hope to freaking meet you one of these days and get you to sign these damn things so I can get them slabbed.
Keep up the good work, sir.
Yes, do keep up the good work. And 5 gray skulls. Actually, 5+ gray skulls, because I actually really did enjoy this issue.
Nice. Yes.
So, discussion.
Well, before we get on to that, I didn't even realize that Blade actually made an appearance in the Wedding of Deadpool.
Everybody did.
But Blade's just walking around the reception, and Deadpool turns and looks at him. "Oh, Blade, I'm glad you can make it." And Blade turns and looks at him. "I was invited? I'm here hunting."
Oh, yeah. Because of his wife and some of her consorts.
Yes.
Because Blade hunts things that go bump in the night. Like werewolves and vampires. And, well, she's the underworld queen.
Yes.
Yep. So, yeah.
But on to discussion. I got a couple things I want to touch on before we sign off. But real quick, I want to take care of our obligations. Huge thank you to Southern Vapors and Captain Jack's Elixirs, doing a bang-up job.
Oh, yeah.
Putting out Dark Knight and the Joker.
Yes.
Very quickly. That's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff.
I haven't stopped vaping them yet.
Thanks to Chevy at Toxic City for hanging out. I actually went up there, I think, last week, and it was his day off. And he happened to be up there with his wife and kid, and he wound up hanging out with me and helping me find the stuff that I needed. So that was really cool of him. Off the clock, of course.
Very nice.
So that was really cool of him. Now, having said that, on to the actual discussion. When Supergirl came out, of course, it has the same production team as The Flash and The Arrow. And they said they did not plan on doing any sort of crossover in the foreseeable future, not at least until the second season was over. This week, we got news that decision has been overturned.
Really?
We can expect a crossover in March with The Flash.
Sweet.
Now, of course,
I think the reason for that is viewership. They want to bring some people over to Supergirl because it sucks. If you don't have cable, you can't watch it. Because if you have just a basic antenna, you can't pick up channel 11.
CBS.
Yeah, but you got Hulu.
But you have Hulu. You can watch it on the internet. You can watch it on that. But if you're just a big, if you're sitting at home and you're not watching us right now, explain this.
And they've advertised that you can watch the full season or the whole full first half of the season, if it's not the full season, on the CBS app.
They've gone through their first half season.
Okay, so it's the first half season on the CBS app for free.
Now, my curiosity is this: why is such a decision so early? To do a crossover in its first season, that's kind of out there. The Flash started in the Arrow, so you kind of expected to see a lot of crossovers in his first season.
That's right.
Yeah.
Flash was actually a spin-off of Arrow.
I think that's
Initially,
another
yes.
reason why. I think it really drummed up a lot of support for Flash and a lot of viewership, and that helped.
But those both air on CW,
Right.
as where Supergirl's on CBS. Now, the only thing I can think, and I actually wrote extensively on the subject on our website. There's an article up. Supergirl is going to flash us. Yeah, my wife liked that title too. But the only thing I can think that reason why they're doing a crossover so early on a show that up until that has been standing on its own is low viewers.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Now, I will say, Supergirl isn't for everybody. It's not done the way the Flash is. It's not done the way Arrow or Gotham is. It's done completely different. It is done to appeal to a wider and more generic audience. As where the Flash it's all about the big bad. In Supergirl, you don't really have that. I mean, you have a big villain, but he's not that intimidating. She can go get him at any point. At any point in time, she can just go grab him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And as a matter of fact, this past week, she finally did. So now that he's in prison, you don't really have that big bad. So, there's no central villain. There's no build-up. Everything is like the old DC comics. You start it in that episode, and it finishes in that episode. There's not a whole lot of mystery going on. There's not a whole lot of
Nothing to keep
excitement.
everybody as interested as
Yeah. Now, my daughters absolutely love it. So, of course, we're tuning in every Monday night. So, and of course, I'm going to watch it with them because this is the first time you've seen Hank Henshaw on a screen.
Yeah.
And then it turns out that's John Jones.
Who is Martian Manhunter?
Yes. But it's not the first time John Jones has been on the screen. We have had a Martian Manhunter.
On
in
some
live
level.
action. Exactly. And that led up to the Society, the Justice Society.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the
Yeah.
Hawkman, Dr. Fate.
Yeah. The Golden Age
Yes.
Justice League, so to speak.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But that's where he came in. And,
Wait,
but-
so that was okay. So Hawkman, is it the same guy that played him in was playing him in Heroes of Tomorrow?
No.
That's
different actors.
okay.
From Smallville to
No.
Flash.
No. You're talking about Smallville.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Supergirl. My bad.
Oh, no.
All right,
John
keep
Jones
talking.
was
Keep talking. Okay.
the lead up in Smallville to that. No, in Supergirl, there is a lot of name drops. There's a lot of names that get thrown around that are relatively large in the DC universe, but it is very low key. It's not as action packed as the Flash and Arrow or Gotham are. Gotham is a drama,
Yeah.
but it's a very intense drama.
Well, it's noir. It's
Exactly.
they aptly called it Gotham, and they
Because the
represent
city.
the city is the
character.
main character, and it's the city that creates all these other characters.
And there's a lot of main characters. You can't just put it on one person. You can't just put it on two. It's about everybody in the city. As where Supergirl is about Supergirl. And her boss, which I believe that they're putting Callista Flockhart on screen far more than is required for the story. They could be using that time to put a lot more action in. Really ramp things up, make things more exciting. But they do spend a lot of time showing Callista Flockhart that's her boss on screen in relatively irrelevant scenes. Like, they don't really matter to the grand storyline.
Okay, I got a request from Chris. I'm sorry, I just called
All
it.
right.
Gonna go ahead and put this out there. Bandai Namco's anime game sale is still happening on the PSN.
Yes,
Complete your collection with these huge savings, up to 75%
I
off.
saw that last
Holy
night.
crap.
I saw that
That
last
is a
night. There are some
huge
great
one.
deals on there, folks. If you're on PS4, if you're on PlayStation Network, check that
I'm gonna have
out.
to go grab a PSN card on my way home.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some
That's-
stuff on there
I can
that's
go-
under $20.
I can go ahead and buy J-Stars.
Yeah, J-Stars was cheap, dude. I think it was under 20. Yeah.
I knew that one was there, and I've already picked up a couple myself. So
But back to the subject at hand, things aren't looking good for Supergirl.
No.
And it is really unfortunate because they are starting to build a connected TV universe.
Well, hopefully what they can do is if they can bring it in on another show, gain some viewership there, and
And it actually be a successful episode.
well, they have to ramp it up, like JD's saying. They've gotta get somewhere with it.
well, they got to
Instead
give
of-
you something to follow. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's just okay, we're here, we're done. It
Right.
kills out the purpose of what these TV shows are doing, which is, like you said, it's building you. You've got to bring in somebody who is going to be a reason for them to come back, and you want to see the bad guy get taken out. You want to see the enemy defeated. You
Yeah.
want to see good triumph.
Yeah.
I want to know how Heroes of Tomorrow is going because
I
I've
haven't
watched.
I haven't
I
watched
haven't
it.
even
yet.
watched it
I've
all.
watched both parts of the pilot. It's a two-parter, and I like the interaction with the characters. They're great. There's some characters you haven't seen before, and there's some characters you've seen.
I really just want to see Vandal Savage on screen.
He's fucking amazing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
actor he's doing him justice.
Yes. Think you saw the guy that they got for Ra's al Ghul for Arrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, along
I'm
that
so
line.
pissed that it
Well,
still
wait a minute.
wasn't Liam Neeson.
Are they using the same Vandal Savage that we saw recently in the Flash Arrow crossover?
Yes.
Okay, so it is the
Yes,
same
It is
actor.
the same guy.
Okay.
No. And you've got Captain Cold, you've got Heat Wave, you've got Black
Hawk Girl.
Canary, Hawk Girl, Hawkman,
Hawkman.
and it's
Fire.
White Canary.
Firestorm. White Canary. She is the original Black Canary.
Yes.
But yeah, you've got all these characters that are being
The Atom.
yes, the Atom,
The Atom.
which I think is a hell of a lot. I mean, that Ray Palmer, he plays Ray Palmer a hell of a lot better than he did Superman.
All right.
I think that's a perfect role for him. So he has that personality. Like he can sink into that, lost in his process, but still there kind
Yeah.
of personality.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great show. I'd say watch that, and hopefully, if they bring Supergirl over to the Flash, they can incorporate her into some of these other things that are going on. Maybe develop some more viewership on that end.
Well, as far as the Heroes of Tomorrow and everything, that does have a basis in comics as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know how aware of it you are, Jimmy, but John Jones was a big part of that storyline
Yeah.
as well.
And they've already got John Jones and Supergirl.
Exactly.
So
Maybe because Legion of Superheroes that they or Heroes of Tomorrow that they're having to do this crossover so they can bring over John Jones.
right. And
That's a
and,
possibility.
and the thing is, it's going to be. I'm pretty sure they're going to cycle through characters on this show because you see someone die.
Oh, you see one of
very
the team?
in the second episode, you see a very big character on the team die, and it's somebody's got to fill that spot. But it's crazy. I mean, there's time travel involved. They're going back to like 1975, and you have the professor that makes up one part of Firestorm going to talk to himself in 1975, trying to
Oh,
get
wow.
some equipment from him. But yeah, Vandal Savage is great, and I think that seeing that loss of that one character, they got to fill in the spot. They got to bring somebody else in, so you're probably going to see some rotation. That would be a way to bring Supergirl in, bring John Jones in,
John Jones.
and hopefully they can ramp it up, or at least say, hey, we can't do anything with this character. CW, you go ahead and do something with it.
Yeah, that's also
Make
also
her
a good
part of a
possibility.
team instead of trying to make her a solo character.
Yes. Now I don't know how well that'll work either, because even in all the source material, Supergirl was always pretty much working on her own. She had a little support team, but she didn't really have any other heroes backing her up.
But this is the thing with these stories, with the Arrow, with Flash, with Heroes of Tomorrow. This isn't really source material
No, they're gonna
story.
adapt.
This is kind of a retelling of their own thing. It's another aspect of the ever expanding multiverse.
It'd actually be a
in
good
DC.
one for them to bring like Wonder Girl in.
Now, which version of Wonder Girl, Donna or Cassie?
See,
Well, I mean,
Because I can definitely see
they can
Cassie.
go with either way. I mean, Cassie tends to be more with.
Well, she was more of the street smart. She
Yeah.
was an adopted.
I'm trying to
Train
get away
her.
from the Supergirl talk though.
Well, no. I mean,
Watch
literally
Supergirl, folks.
bringing
Watch
it into Supergirl. I mean, that would be
Yeah, that would be
another way to bring in more viewers because you could pop in another character that people may know.
Now,
What I actually think would be best for Supergirl is actually explore the replication arc, where Supergirl died, but
And
she
they
was
brought-
replicated
yeah.
by Lex Luthor.
Have they introduced Lex Luthor?
Nope.
in this? Okay, so but they haven't introduced him in Flash or Arrow either.
Correct.
So
Matter of fact, there's almost little to no.
wouldn't it be cool if they
No.
brought Michael Rosenbaum back for that?
That would be
That'd
epic.
be fucking awesome.
Epic. And for those of you who don't know, Michael Rosenbaum played Lex Luthor on Smallville. But what you also may not know is he has done the voice of a ton of DC characters for years before Smallville even
Batman
started.
the Animated, Justice League, and I believe Superman as well.
And Batman Beyond.
And Batman Beyond. A lot of Batman Beyond.
He was a Screech.
So, this is a guy who's, I guess he just loves DC. Because I actually looked up all of his voice credits, and he has film credits, he has television credits, but you look at his voice credits, and it's a mile-long list. And there's like 1 or 2 Marvel, and there's like a couple of other random things. Everything else is DC. I'm like, holy crap!
Matter of fact, when they did his MTV Cribs episode, there was a shit ton of DC in his office. He has a giant bookcase behind his desk. It was filled with nothing but DC issues.
Well, in Smallville, and anytime you saw them referring to the Avenging Angel and stuff like that, that was Michael Rosenbaum's suggestion is, hey, I read comic books. Why don't we make Lex Luthor been a comic book kid too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Michael Rosenbaum is the reason we had the Avenging Angel, and we have the younger Lex Luthor who wanted to be a hero.
And that became his obsession.
Yeah.
For a certain amount of time.
Well,
Him trying to replicate.
his obsession became the thing that turned him into a villain.
Exactly. That's what happens with anybody with a huge obsession.
That's true. As comics has taught us.
That's why I don't go buy everything Deadpool.
Yeah.
Just a little bit here and there.
You know what's
right now, if you were to try to buy everything Deadpool,
forget
you
that.
would. That's all you would have money for is buy all right. Here's my money for this week's comics. All right, buy everything that came out Deadpool. I'm out of money
Pretty much.
because
Not
right
to
now
mention-
they were just
Not to mention
pouring
memorabilia. I mean, come on. Ring. They just put out Sideshow Collectibles. Just put out a movie version
They
of
did.
Deadpool in the 6th scale. Which I'm like, son of a bitch. But I have one. I'm good. I have one. That's all I need. It's not all I want.
You know
It's
what's
what I need.
something I'm actually curious to hear something about that I haven't heard for in almost about a year is the Teen Titans show that was supposed to be getting made.
Word is that Warner
Did it get
Brothers
canned?
backed out on that because they're not want to take away from their current TV universe and their cinematic universe.
Mm-hmm.
They're not wanting to split that market up too much. They already have a bunch of stuff going in the children's area,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just pretty much going to leave that alone. They're not going to go get too distracted because the Teen Titans, they were very, very separated from the rest of the universe.
So essentially,
Yes, they were.
they backed out. They backed out before they made that debut.
Pulled out.
Pulled out. They pulled out.
That's,
Don't trust them, folks.
no. And once again, it's DC, it's Warner Brothers. You're going to know exactly what they want you to know, whether it's right or wrong.
My daughter said no more Teen Titans. There's already Teen Titans Go, and it sucks.
Fuck Teen Titans Go, okay?
My oldest actually loves Teen Titans Go.
I know. That's she was reading the comic book
Can't
earlier.
stand Teen
Yeah.
Titans Go.
Well, I was actually going to give her the original Teen Titans, and she told me her 2 favorite characters are Raven and Starfire, which never appeared in an ongoing title together continuously
No.
outside of Teen Titans Go. So that's what she got.
Even in Teen Titans, they were still together. In the original, in the '90s run and in the early 2000s run, they were still a part of the core
That's
team.
post-code. Late 90s, you're talking about the end of the comic book code, and that means I have to read every single one of those books before I give it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all noticed, I'm reading enough comic books.
Fair enough. 'Cause they got pretty dark there for a little bit.
But Teen Titans, the only thing that they have that would tie them to the cinematic universe is Deathstroke. That's all they got.
Yeah. It's rough. And then you
Not
guys
necessarily. You got
well,
Cyborg, but no,
He's not in
because-
animated. He's not in cinematic right now.
No, he's
And
not.
we don't
Well,
know
he's coming
exactly.
cinematic.
Is he?
Well, you got Robin.
Are they going to do that?
Different
Yeah.
Do we
Robin.
know? Do we know for sure Cyborg is going to be part of the Cinematic Justice League? I'm asking
I don't know if he's gonna be introduced,
because
but you're gonna see him go into that turn. And if there are parademons in that Batman v Superman trailer,
then
then there is a good chance
they might use that as an origin.
they might use that as an origin for
Okay.
him.
Yeah, there's
Because they
possible.
do introduce Victor for Batman v Superman.
Right. Right.
Okay. Now, I did get clearance to talk about this. Outside of the big three and a little bit of Aquaman, don't expect to see a whole lot of any of the other members of the Justice League in Batman vs. Superman.
Well, that's actually a nice reprieve for me.
Won't get convoluted.
Yeah, won't be too.
You can expect Easter eggs pertaining to them, like slight mentions, but, and, you know, they'll probably do it like Man of Steel, where you'll see that random name pop up in the credits. The Colonel's driver,
It's Ferris.
Carolyn
Yeah,
Ferris.
Yeah.
Not Carol, Carolyn Ferris. But that was, and, you know, if you got, and there was a very, very couple of frames where you could actually see the name badge on her jacket, and it
Yeah.
said Ferris.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you know, that's the biggest Easter egg you got of that character. And they're probably going to do the same thing with Batman vs. Superman, and that's what I've been told is how it's going to happen. Is you're going to see little Easter eggs here and there, not a whole lot, nothing monumental,
Yeah.
but that's pretty much going to be the extent of it.
We're talking about all these shows. We're talking about all these movies that you know are coming out. They're going to be crossing over. They're, you know, going good, going bad. The one thing for all you viewers out there that do watch these shows and you have a really strong sense of the DC universe and what you like about it and what you feel about it, please bear in mind it is a multiverse.
Exactly.
So, in essence, DC can say all of these shows exist simultaneously, and they all have their own thing going on. They all have their different quirks, but they all exist together.
And if you don't understand the multiverse, go watch The One.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is
Jet
the best
Li's
way
the
to-
one.
That's the best way to explain it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because even if you actually go and find and watch Flashpoint, unless you have a good grasp of comic books and multiple universes, that's still going to be a hard pill to
I
swallow.
believe well, if you pick up Flashpoint on DVD or Blu-ray, I believe there is actually a special feature in there that
There is.
explains
On Flashpoint. There's-
that explains time travel. It explains alternate dimensions and all that kind of stuff, and it's really informative, which is great because that's how the old Flash comic books work. They
Yeah.
actually had a section in the back, like the old Flash comic books from the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. They had these sections in the back that were basically these little science segments.
Yeah.
They were used to educate kids. It's like, hey, you pick up a comic book and you get to read this story about a comic book character, and he's going to educate you about some actual science. So check it out.
Yeah.
I remember that actually.
And while we were on break, we actually talked about Danny Trejo and wanting to play Lobo. And I'm almost certain we talked about it last week as well.
We did.
Okay. But yeah, bear in mind, Danny Trejo wants to play Lobo.
I think to me that's just very exciting. I said it to a couple of my students and they're like, no, and I'm like, he fits
Yes.
the role perfectly.
I can think of somebody else who could pull it off, and I cannot remember his name. Hellboy.
Ron Perlman?
Ron Perlman. Could
As
pull that
Lobo?
role off.
Fuck yeah!
That'd be interesting.
Sign me up right now. Fuck yeah!
I was going to say, you know,
He's still fresh off of Sons of Anarchy, even though Sons of Anarchy came in almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's still doing predominant roles
Well,
that are like that.
if you wanted to go to Space City Con this year,
He's going to be there.
you can ask him what does he think about that.
Now, I do know that he was pushing real hard to get Hellboy 3 made.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, from what I've heard,
Yeah,
it's
not gonna happen.
that's a red light to not going. So,
Well, that's because 2 did horrible.
it did.
And what's sad is that is actually a good movie.
It
I
was.
love
You go back and watch it
Sharp
again,
was
it's
great.
fucking great. The only reason I had such a bad time with it, I went to go see it at a shitty cinema that still ran projectors, and for some reason the film copy they had or the projector they had was just absolute shit, and it was a horrible film going experience. I wanted my money back afterwards, not because of the actual movie, but just the quality in which it was shown. Yeah, I was very upset, but.
Like I said, it wasn't bad. It was a wonderful story.
Oh, yeah.
They played it off well. The Golden Army was actually really impressive.
It was a good Hellboy story.
But yeah, it did horrible in the theaters, and they don't see a money amount for it.
And that's sad too, man. I do believe Hellboy's worth the number 3.
Yeah.
I personally do.
I believe Dread was worth a number 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a lot of comic book movies out there that you know, they're great in hindsight, and they have such a cult following. But yeah, they don't make the cut.
Yeah.
They don't get a sequel or a third or any of them.
Now that would be really cool to see Perlman as Lobo, and I do think he has what it takes. And of course, he's been pushing so hard to get a Hellboy 3 made. That being shut down, he might be open to play another in another comic book movie.
I was gonna say,
Ooh, they could do it Lobo versus Lobo.
That would
Ron
be cool.
Perlman,
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Oh,
that'd be wild.
that'd be awesome.
I think this Friday we're gonna find out whether or not the cinematic comic book experience, the comic book movie experience, will be
live up to the hype.
Well, will they be able to pull this off? Because Deadpool is, I think, going to be kind of a difficult character for some people to swallow.
Now,
I mean, he's breaking the fourth wall. He's making a lot of inside jokes. Are people going to be
Get it.
receptive to this?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of fans that are going to go see it, and they're going to be like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. But what about the people who have never read a Deadpool book or seen a cartoon with Deadpool in it? Do they know what they're getting into? And that, I don't think they're going to have a lot of difficulty making money with this movie. But is the concept going to be there? Because with concepts like Deadpool, you can have characters like Lobo.
Yeah.
You can have characters like a slapstick Joker or, some crazy off-the-wall characters that have audience interaction. And that's something you don't get to see in movies very often.
Actually, to tell you the truth, depending on how well it does, we might actually see a good reception on Harley or not. If they're going to be able to take a character like Harley,
I think that's why they pushed it back. They want to see how well that does and what they can do with the production they have made on Suicide Squad.
Now here's my curiosity. Marvel has historically shown no support for any Fox property movie. X-Men, Fantastic Four, they have ceased production on any merchandise.
Yeah.
Now, on Deadpool, it's the exact opposite. We
Yeah,
are seeing a fully saturated market with Deadpool.
And what's great is you see billboards or posters or even Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, telling people, from the producers or the studio that screwed up Deadpool last time.
Yeah.
yeah,
And that's what he actually went on record as saying. For those of you who don't know, and I did participate, Jimmy, I did try to get us some questions in. He didn't answer them. We only had so many.
Oh,
But this week, Ryan Reynolds actually did a small session on Twitter where he was answering questions that were addressed to him at Van City Reynolds with the hashtag #AskRyan, and he would respond with a short video. And some of the questions were hilarious. Even more so were his answers. Somebody came out of the blue and asked him, the two girls from Gilligan's Island.
Marianne and Ginger?
Yeah, asked him Marianne or Ginger, and his response was, "God damn you."
That's a tough choice.
But we are out of time. I did try to get some answers in there, but he did say that's the reason they're making this is they're trying to do the character justice.
Yeah.
But for our listeners, we're all out of time. I'm JD.
Hello, Jimmy.
I'm Steven.
and I'm Lewis.
All right, we'll see y'all. Talk to y'all next week.
You're the headlights.
Sorry. Uh-oh.
All right, everybody, wave goodbye.
Have a good night.